Hello, you're welcome to this channel once more. I would like to say thank you so much. In our recent videos, there were so many amazing things that happened, and I'm very grateful. There were so many likes, so many views, and all that. And I am saying that thank you. And this is what I want to say. Thank you. Some people even called me, some sent me WhatsApp messages congratulating and encouraging me. I'm so grateful for that. It's so amazing. It's so amazing. So you know what you're going to do next? I want to give you this assurance. If we can get to 1,000 subscriptions, the very day we get to 1,000 subscriptions, I'll give you every profile about me, everything that you need to know, why I'm doing these videos and all that. So just continue to share. Let's share this video to everybody. Let's share this video to everybody. Let's encourage people to subscribe to the channel. They should like it. They should keep on liking it. Let us all keep on liking the video and the videos, all the videos, and then let's share it with everybody so that you'll be able to read that milestone at the very day you'll read that milestone. I'll give you everything that you have to know about me and everything that there is that you want to ask me. I'll go live on that day. And don't also forget that on the 16th of October we also go live. I will do a presentation on all the process that are involved, a presentation of boreholes. I mean, how we get groundwater, boreholes, how it is done, what you are supposed to know, so that nobody will deceive you, so that you know what to do the next time you want to drill a borehole. So thank you so much. Thank you, and I'm really grateful. And please share it to everybody, share it with everybody, and subscribe. Subscribe. Do subscribe to the channel. Okay. So today, what we want to look at is the quality of water in reference to surface water and groundwater. We are going to look at both and then their quality comparatively. We are going to compare both qualities, of the water quality of surface water and then the subsurface water or the groundwater. So let's start with the surface water. When it comes to surface water, any water that is on the surface, so any water that's on the surface of the earth, we call it surface water. And the one subsurface is what we call groundwater. And this I explained it in our very first video, which explains groundwater, and we did another second one too in the hydrological cycle that we studied. Now, so when we talk about surface water, its quality is not that up. It's the quality is not that much naturally unless it is treated. So you see, it runs on the surface. For instance, streams, rivers, lakes, and all that. When the wind blows, it blows all the dirt, all the polluting bars get into these water bodies. Example is the Odor River that we all know, which is in the heart of Accra. You can see that the quality is extremely poor. Everything gets into it, and the Galamsey polluted water bodies. See, when they excavate the earth or they do alluvial mining, that's the mine in the water body, you see that it becomes so turbid. The turbidity go off the roof. It goes off the roof. So when it comes to quality, surface water are very poor. Are very poor. In terms of quality, they are very poor. So, for instance, let's say in your community that you have a river flows through your community. Your community may not be have involved in galamsey, or the debt may not be that much, but because it is flowing from one source, that's the upstream, and maybe your community is the downstream or the midstream, it's passing through the community. It will carry all the debt from that end and bring it to your community, though you have no idea. And it's one of the serious effects of galamsey. That's why it is very important that we look at it. I'm sorry, illegal mining. Sorry, illegal mining. Let's call it spade a spade. Illegal mining. So it carries all the debt from upstream, downstream, and every water body or all flowing water bodies end up in the sea. So you see that when you go to Shama, the Pra River enters enters the sea as Shama. You see that when you go to that area, even the sea has higher levels of turbidity. So when it comes to quality, um, surface water is poor. But when it comes to quality of groundwater, I mean, it is better comparing it to surface water. It is far better because the earth, that's the weathered zone, serve as filter this thing, filter for the dirt, for all those things. So you realize that all these polybars will remain on the surface, but the water will go through the weathered zone or the weathered material and then gets to the water table. So when it comes to um, quality, comparing surface water and groundwater, they are very, I mean, they are not, they are very far from each other, far from each other. That's their west and east apart, in terms of quality. Now, um, one of the things that groundwater have much advantage over is stability. Surface water is almost always turbid, but groundwater, the stability is about from uh, the turbidity is almost zero. When you compare it, it can removes about 98 to 100% turbidity. So you see that when it comes to the aesthetics, that's how it looks, how it is, how appealing it is. When it talks about it, the aesthetics of water is how appealing it is, how you want to drink it. You see that you can fetch groundwater from maybe a borehole or a hand pump, and all that. And you realize that you can, looking at it, it appeals to you, can drink it without even thinking twice. But when you fetch surface water, you think twice. You think twice just looking at it on the surface, like just looking at the face value of it. You see, so in terms of quality, groundwater is far better, you know, than surface water. But don't forget, it doesn't mean that groundwater doesn't have any problems in terms of quality. In terms of quality, groundwater also has problems. You see, we know from our basic science that um, water is a universal solvent. So as it is infiltrating and percolating, it is dissolving, the chemical composition, the mineralogical composition of the rocks and the soil, and because of that it becomes it becomes electrically charged. So it also has its problem. So when you go to the northern part of Ghana, fluoride is a problem. You see that some people have brown teeth. They have brown teeth, and then these teeth, it's not that they were born with that. It is not always the case that they were born with such a condition. And then some to have stains on their teeth. It's as a result of the low level, either low level or high levels of fluoride. So if fluoride is not at its optimum or the desired quantity in the water, it can cause dental problems. So that is the case. And when you get to other, and one thing that we suffer in the southern part, that's the Greater Accra region mostly, is salinity. Salinity, because some people will say that, I mean, when it very close to the sea, I mean, we will say that there is seawater infiltration and seawater intrusion. Seawater gets into the groundwater system and then it becomes saline. Salinity is a problem. Salinity is a problem in the Greater Accra region. But when you move inland, like the Gan West and Masama area, getting to so, and you have salinity, I believe, though I have not done any study on that, but I believe that it's as a result of um, the water dissolving this mineralogical composition of the soil. So due to that, it makes it um, saline, and we are in the Suhum Basin, and the Suhum Basin is made up of granitic material. So, and calcium, that salt, common salt, CaCO3. Also, so when there's calcium and there's carbon or sodium, and then um, sodium hydroxide, something like that, you should expect that there will be salinity and all these things. So sodium, calcium, when they are in a rock, they are in such a terrain in high quantities. I mean, salinity will be a problem. So it also has its problem. So, but generally, when you look at the aesthesis or how appealing it is, groundwater is much more appealing to drink at the first instance than surface water. Unless you send groundwater to the laboratory to check its quality, you may not realize it. You may not realize that the quality is not a desired one. Another thing, that one is not natural. It may not be natural. Let me put it that way. So what I talked about the mineralogical composition, the fluoride, those are geogenic. Like geogenic, some will call it natural. Geogenic is like earth, like it involves, natural happenings in the earth. Now, there's an anthropogenic. Anthropogenic is like man-made, man-made or human activities that influence the quality of water. With the river too, we can talk about fertilizer application in farmlands, on farmlands. When it rains and there's runoff, it enters into the water body. And these fertilizers too can infiltrate. So you see that there's so much nitrate in water, or in groundwater. It means that the nitrate has infiltrated from these fertilizers and then it got into that place. So that's one. That's one of the anthropogenic effects. Another anthropogenic effect is the septic tanks that we have. When this thing in Ghana, the distance of groundwater to, or maybe a water point, a point source, that's where we have a borehole or hand well, to a septic tank, or maybe where we have our fecal matter, should be about 50 meters. In fact, there's a study that indicates that microorganisms, when they move in the soil, they move 1 meter per day. So 1 meter, by the time they get, and they die in 30 days. So by the time they move through the soil to get to the well, in 30 days should be dead. But there's another study which even shows that um, some microorganisms from this fecal matter, or the microbes, some can move um, even more than 360 days. So that one, but the general one moves like dies within 30 days, and they move like 1 meter per day. So that is that. So we don't have according to the CWSA standards, guideline, we don't have standards, guidelines. We are supposed to It's supposed to be between um 50 meters. That's the distance from a septic tank or a point source, that's borehole, to where the septic tank or where we have Africa matter should be about 50 meters. So this is the reason why you need a professional, because in Ghana we have our this thing, our land. The plot of land is about 100 feet by 70 feet. So are you sure you can get the 50 meters from that area? So you have to get a professional that will come and then study the site and look at where he will be able to do what, to position your this thing, your borehole, so that you can get quality water. So this is anthropogenic effect, that the this thing, the fecal matter, the microbes from the fecal matter, or the microbes from the septic tank that enters into it. So we have to take this into cognizance, or look at it very well, so that you may not be drinking your own sheets, your own your own shit. So please, let us take this into consideration. So I think we've studied a lot about this today, and then there's the next video to you do more. And please don't forget, our on 16th of October we'll be going live, and we look at in-depth analysis, or we'll talk more. We'll have much more time to look at all these things that we've talked in our videos, in our previous videos, and this current video. So 16th March, we are going live. So please make it a point. And we are going live. We will start at 8 p.m. 8 p.m. because those in the diaspora have to join. Some people have indicated that they want to join and they're in the diaspora. So 8 p.m. we are going to start our live um our live stream, so that everybody can join. So make a date with us and then join us, so that you'll be able to study more on groundwater. Thank you. Please, your comments too, don't forget. The comments have to come. Somebody asked an important question that I will be making a video on. Although I answered him, but I'll make a video on it. So please, don't forget to keep up to date with our videos, and then don't forget also to join the live stream and ask questions. It's very, very important. We are sharing knowledge. So thank you, and see you in our next video.